we're living in an age of massive innovation. There's probably never been more innovation, more products, more offerings, or more messages coming to customers than ever before. In that world, as companies are considering how to innovate, how to bring new products to market, how to bring new versions to market, how to bring new offerings to market, it's really important that they do that in a really effective and efficient way. And in doing that, one of the key pieces lies within customer validation. Within a customer validation process, what you're doing is taking your own ideas that you've formulated within the business from your domain set, and you're bringing those to a customer base for validation, for their feedback. And the intention is to do that at an early stage in the process so that you have the opportunity to change, to enhance, to develop the feature sets, to engage with different customers based on the feedback that they have given you before you go to the expense of building all of the products, all of the production lines, and all of the capacity that is needed to deliver. The Kevin Costner movie of Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come, doesn't really apply in new product introduction. A good working assumption is if you just build it without asking them, they might not come, or they probably won't come. So far better to test it early in the process. But within customer validation, there are a number of key stages. And those key stages start with trying to identify a real problem that you can address. It mightn't necessarily be a problem, it might be an opportunity, it might be a pain point, but it's a problem that you're going to try to deliver a solution to. And in looking at that problem, you're going to also try to identify the person for whom you're going to fix a problem, because not all problems are equal. Different people will categorize and label problems in different ways. They'll describe them in different ways, and they'll prioritize them in different ways. So it's really important at the start of the process to form an opinion of what problem you're fixing for what person. And once you've done that, you believe you might have a product or a solution that you can bring to market, that you can go sell, but you got to hold. This is where we enter the customer validation loop in anger. And what you do is you take all of your hypotheses, all of your different assumptions, and you go test them with a subset of your customers or potential customers. And what does that mean? Well, right at the start, what you do is you form a set of questions or a set of assumptions, and you go ask them. You don't do it yourself, you go meet real live customers or prospective customers, and you ask them the questions. After you've asked the questions, you or your colleague who's with you write down exactly what they said. That information can be taken back. You can then assimilate it across a number of feedback sessions and form an opinion. Do these customers have these problems, and can we address it for them? If you're at that stage, you can then move forward to product launch. And in product launch mode, what you do is you go back to those customers or other customers with what you have built based on their feedback. Ideally, that is shrunken to a small number of features so that you can have a very clear communication path, a very, very clear understanding of whether you have resonance with what the customer problem was and how your solution addresses it. That's product launch stage. And in that second stage, what you're doing is trying to work out, are you broadly there? What will happen is the customer will give you some more feedback, hopefully positive, some of it negative. That's all fine, it's all a gift. You assimilate that into your thinking, you iterate, and you're then, after you've done that through a number of cycles, you're probably ready to go for real product launch and put it into the marketplace. Once you have it in the marketplace, you're going to start entering the third phase of the process, which is where you're looking for product market fit. And in product market fit, what you've created is a product that these customers want to buy. It's the equivalent of wherehaveyoubeenollofmylife.com. I want it, I need it, please give it to me. That ideal scenario mightn't transpire, but that's what to hunt for. And if you can hunt that and achieve something close to that, you will have a very valuable, certainly valid new product, new offering entering into the market. And at the end of that product market fit stage, you'll know you're there if you test for traction. And if you test for traction that they like it towards loving it, bingo. You're in business, you have a product that will have legs for a period of time, preferably many years. When you think about it, there are a lot of ways you can engage with your customers. In fact, for some companies, who the customer is could be very complex. You could be in a supply chain, so it could be a distributor, a reseller, a merchant, an installer, a partner, the consumer/user themselves. There could be many parties that actually are customers, or it could be one. So it's important to go test with a number of them in a consistent, clear way. Some secrets and magic for how to do that? Well, keep it simple is the first one. This should be a process that's written down somewhere, that's consistent across your business for new product, new offering, new feature introduction, and that everyone understands it. This is not hieroglyphics, it's not complex, it's a one-pager. It's a one-pager that's clearly understood, clearly articulated in a consistent way. And for companies and organizations who are bringing new products to play, there can be a temptation to overlay your own bias or your own interpretation to the feedback. It's critical not to do that insofar as you can. You'll always have a natural tendency to interpret the feedback and tweak it to what you think, what you expect, what you want it to be. But as far as possible, you need to have a clean, clear communication path around a very simple process, and then trust the process. If they're telling you they love it, that might be true. Different countries provide feedback in different ways. Different people have different biases. If it's negative feedback, or if they're telling you they don't like it, or if they're not passing a traction test where there's no evidence that they're going to stick around for a long time, then you need to rethink the offering, and you need to make sure that you have all of that feedback on board before you commit to what could be a 3, 5, 7-year product life cycle. Every penny spent in testing will pay for itself tenfold in not lost sales or wasted activity, not wasted activity further down the line. So it's really critical that companies embark on customer validation, the standardized process, as part of their innovation processes.